Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm drawing some original characters from my webcomic. That's right, I started a webcomic and you can actually read the first 2 chapters over on Webtoons right now, and that's super exciting to me. I've thought about starting a webcomic for years, bounced around a lot of ideas, and finally I was just like, you know what, let's just take one and we'll make it and just put it out there, So I did. I made a webcomic. It's so far going pretty well. I regret my decision to make all of my pages in full color because that's very time consuming, but I do like the results, so I guess I don't really regret it. It's weird. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I'm really frustrated by the fact that I'm sort of self-imposed coloring a crap ton of stuff, but the results are good. Like, I like how it looks in the end, so that's what we're going with. I have this problem in which all of my media files are enormous. I work on really big canvases for some reason. I don't know. And Webtoons likes them, you know, like half the size. So I should learn to start with them that size, and then that way, that way I don't have to resize them. It'll probably make them look nicer in the end once they are up on Webtoons. Anyway, my dog is sitting across the room staring at me, kind of whining pitifully because I didn't share dinner with him. But guess what? My dad gave him some of the dinner that we ate in with his regular dog food, so he has no reason to be mad at me. Yes, Morty. I'm sorry. So, yeah, anyway, the characters in this image, one of them is Jasper. He's the main character. He's the guy who's falling around. And the other one is a character I haven't actually introduced in the comic yet. I realize they look a lot like another character who is already introduced, but yeah, I promise they're not the same, and it'll make sense once they're both introduced. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I want you to go and read. But yes, I'm not going to tell you too much about the characters because I want you to actually go read my webcomic. Please. It's fun. I promise. All my friends say it's great. Granted, they're my friends. They could just be saying that. I know at least Emily thinks my art is fantastic, so you can at least go look at it for that. Anyway, I guess it, so sort of related to the topic of my webcomic, I really like, I mean, obviously you all know that I like things like Saint Seiya and One Piece because I draw a lot of that stuff. In fact, next week's picture is also One Piece because I drew it for Emily. So another thing, so like if you read the webcomic, you're probably going to notice influences from those things, but my favorite story ever is A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin, which I don't know if I've mentioned before on this channel. I think I did for sure on my review channel, which only has like 5 videos on it, and I kind of gave up on it. I'm sorry if you actually liked watching me talk about weird things I watched. That I started reading. I read Midnight Sun for that, and that killed me. That was rough. Anyway, so good books. A Wizard of Earthsea. So this webcomic is set in a world sort of similar to that, in which there's magic, and it's a series of islands, which is, I guess, also kind of One Piece influenced. Okay, yes. Series of islands, magic, people can make deals with demons for power, which I realized, like, yesterday was sort of Madoka Magica E. I bring this up not so you can criticize me for copying things, but because, like, I think it's kind of fun when you know the things that influenced the creation of a thing, and you can pick out, like, oh, that's sort of that. Because tropes exist everywhere, and nothing is really original anymore, and tropes exist to, like, easily convey stories, and so I think it's fun to sort of see things that I have seen before, but see how they are used. Like, was it good? Was it bad? And, you know, I am hopefully doing a good job using these things that I've picked up over the years, and throwing them into a webcomic of my own design. I also think it's just kind of, yeah, I hope I'm doing a good job using these things that I've picked up over the years. I also think it's important to mention, like, how the things that sort of went together into making my own webcomic, because I think it's important to bring up the things that helped inspire me to make the story I am making, because I think sometimes people, they wonder where you get inspiration for things, and not that I am particularly well versed in this, but I think it's important for you to know that it literally comes from anywhere. Like, you're constantly taking in new things, and sometimes you hate those new things. Like, I hated Midnight Sun, and if I was going to tell a story like that, I know how I wouldn't do it, and Alright, sorry, Dogus Interruptus. I kicked him out of the room to go watch TV with my dad. But, like, yeah, so I hated Midnight Sun, and I know how I wouldn't tell a vampire story. And it works the same way, like, if you see something you like, that sort of affects how you later tell a story, because you're super excited about that thing, and maybe you want to incorporate that thing somehow, but you're gonna do it in a way that makes sense with all the other things you've sort of accumulated and the specific story you want to tell. So, you know, that's fun and interesting to me to see in other people's work, so I thought maybe I would let you guys know about it for my own work. You know, just I don't know if anyone is actually ever gonna watch this because they liked my webcomic, or go read my webcomic because they watched this. I don't know. I can hope. Apparently I have like 10 views as of recording this voiceover. I have 10 views of my webcomic according to Webtoon, so that's exciting. I thought it would be like 0 until I was like 50 chapters in, but that's exciting. It makes me happy because I'm back to working retail customer service, and it's the worst, and all of my coworkers are chads and big babies who are worse at interacting with humans than me, which is wild. And just, they get so mad about some things, and they're so bad at their jobs. I don't understand how this store stays open. Like, I know it's a corporation, so it's not going to shut down unless corporate goes out of business, but it's wild to me that corporate's getting any money out of this particular location because all of the employees suck. They're just so bad, and they're chads. Like, so many of them are, you know, Trump supporters, which like, I guess not to get too political, but like, I think he's a garbage human, and the way some of these guys act in their support of him is really uncomfortable, and I'm stuck working with them for like 25 hours a week, which is not a lot because they're too cheap to let me to have me work more than that, because then that means they'd have to pay me, which on the one hand it sucks because that means I'm making less money despite the fact that I have a college degree, but at the same time it means it's a good thing because it means I spend less time with my shitty, horrible coworkers. So there's that. Anyway, it's good for me that my webcomic has even the like smattering, pitiful number of views it has, because it means someone looked at it, and that makes me happy. I think it's got like 2 likes, 1 per chapter too, so that's cool. Someone liked it, and that makes me happy. Even if it's just like, that's just, oh, they made it through, so they just like the thing once they reach the bottom because they didn't hate it or something. It's still just a little thing, like they made it through my project so far and they liked it. And that's exciting. Like, I don't get a lot of views on YouTube either, but some of my videos have like 20. One of them has 20, and like my Nico Robin video got like 11 views the first night it was out, which was awesome and the best I've done. And that just kind of made me happy. It's the little things in life right now that do a lot to help me out, despite the fact that overwhelmingly I feel like garbage. I think that's largely because I'm tired a lot of the time now, and not in a good way, just like physically exhausted. Because, you know, work bullshit, but I guess at least I have a job, so there's that. Just wish it wasn't with shitty people, but until then I will make myself feel better by, you know, pumping out lots of quality art content and a webcomic, which is just a lot of fun. And I'm actually surprised how chatty I am today, let's be honest. We all know I don't script these voiceovers, even though I probably should. But it's nice. I'm also really tired. I don't know if I've reached the point of like so tired that like I've got the like mythical second wind, or if I actually just feel better today. I know I felt better yesterday, so I whipped out like a lot of things. Like I recorded next week's video and did some just art purely for my own self-indulgence, and like it wasn't video related, it's just up on Tumblr, stuff that I wanted to make for the sake of making it. And I also like I finished so for my webcomic I have a prologue and the first chapter, and I finished the first chapter and posted all of it up on Saturday. So like this weekend I felt good. Which is, it's been a while since I felt that good. I think part of it is that I actually physically leave my house because I have to go to work, which is the only good thing about work right now, aside from the paycheck, is that I actually like go out and do something that's, you know, outside of my house. I used to go like walking, like I would walk 3 miles a couple of times a week with my friends, but I maybe should have just gone out more. The problem is my dog would get mad at me if I didn't take him with me, but he can only go like a mile at a time, and it's really hot where I live, so I can't just do like a lap around the neighborhood and then a couple of hours later go do another lap around the neighborhood and then go do another lap around the neighborhood with him a few hours later, because like there's parts of the days where it's literally too hot for him to walk on the sidewalk. Like he'll bring his little feetsies, and he's real old right now and he's really tiny, and I don't think they make little dog safety socks that small, and he would hate me so much if I tried to put them on him. Oh my god, it's too late to make that work. He'd just try and rip them off. So I guess depending on how the job thing pans out, because I got hired as seasonal, so depending on how it pans out post-seasonal, maybe I'll just take walks by myself, and like he and I can go like in the early morning and in the evening when it's not so hot. I mean, right now we don't have that problem. We can go whenever because it's winter. But eventually it'll be summer again, and summer here starts in like April. So yeah, it's gonna be a time. Not necessarily a good one, but it's gonna be a time. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I stay employed, or at least get a better paying job. Like a better job. Hopefully I can swing that. Or maybe I'll make a living as an artist. That would be fun. Dreams do come true if I can make that happen. We'll find out, I guess. I guess I'm officially out of things to say. Other than I'm kind of excited about next week's piece. Mostly because I just sporadically sent a bunch of my friends like, hey, I would like ideas on things to draw, and Emily got back to me and was like, here are a list of things. And I picked one, and I drew it. So that should be exciting. I'm sure she's going to be super hyped to see the video when it comes out. Actually, she's my only Patreon so far, so she theoretically gets to see it before everyone else. Because she can just log on to Patreon and check it out. Let's see, what else? I guess that's all I got right now. Check out my Tumblr if you want to see more art, like the art that doesn't make it to YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. Oh, by the way, I have a Patreon. I just mentioned that. For Patreon, I've got 2 tiers right now. The first one just gets you, like, sketches and sketchbook related images. You get early access to all of my videos. I try to get them out at least like 3 days before. Like, my videos go live on Friday, so like by Wednesday I try to have the videos up. Sometimes they even come out a week in advance, so that's cool. The second tier, so that's the first tier. You get like bonus art and early access to videos, and you can see like concept arts for my webcomic, and that's for $3 a month. And then the second tier is $10 a month, and you get like early access to well, not early access, you get to see sketches of upcoming comic pages, and you get your name in the credits of the video, which I don't have video credits right now because I really don't have anything to say put in the credits right now, so you could be one of the first people who ends up in the credits. Anyway, that's fun, so check that out if you would like to help support me. For sure, just check out my webcomic. That'd be great. I want people to see that. And I guess that's all I got. There's still some more footage to go through, so I will pick you up again when we get to the end. done. I hope you had a good time watching that. Don't forget, I have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting me. I also have a new webcomic, which is on Webtoons. The link will be down below, so feel free to check that out. I post new videos every Friday, so be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to like and leave a comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye!